thank you. I'm glad you're here. So I will, I've been doing roll call first. Now I'm looking at the agenda and roll call is usually after the flag salute.
Yep.
I've been doing it wrong for a year.
In your evaluation.
Okay, so let's do flag salute. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands,
One nation, under God, indivisible.
with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, roll call. Thomas,
I'm here.
awesome. Michael,
Here.
Jennifer,
Present.
Grant's here, and Neil and Juana are both unable to attend today. But we have a quorum. So that brings us to our first opportunity for public input. If you're online, put your name in chat. We'll call in that order. There's nobody in the room that has signed up for public input. We'll give about 30 seconds. We can't see it here, Shauna, so you'll have to alert us.
I don't see any at this point.
Okay, yeah. All right, we'll move on. So we have one addition to the agenda, just an update on building security. So I will make a motion to approve the addition for the update on building security. Can I get a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Thank you. All right, added to the agenda. Next item is our consent agenda. So we have minutes from the last meeting, payroll vouchers, lots of hiring, a few resignations and a retirement. Any questions about anything on the consent agenda? If not, I will make a motion to approve the consent agenda. Can I get a second?
I'll second it.
Thank you, Thomas. All in favor, say aye.
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 All right, consent agenda is approved. Which brings us to our additional agenda update on building security.
Okay, so tonight we just have a very quick update. We are working to get the video cameras at the doors. More information will be brought to that once we get back in August and once Justin's back and can inform us more about the work being done there, but we are moving forward with that. The other thing that's happening is Ed is working on trying to get quotes for fencing, and he'll explain to you, but he's running into some challenges, but just because there's people busy and they're working. So he's going to let you know just where we are and what's going on, and then give you a little bit of an update on where we see the fencing going.
Have those.
Yep.
The two diagrams there. The one on the screen is the middle school. The white areas, there's two different proposals on that middle school screen. If you follow the pictures around, the white blocks are where we're going to add gates, man gates and swing gates to control the flow of where people have access to. The main thing is up there, like if you're to the west of the school, the white lines there's a gate that would come across that front parking lot, and then a man gate next to the school that would secure. Those gates will be open when.
There you go.
When school's open, but as soon as school started, those gates would be that you would physically go out there and lock them. The white down at the bottom of that there.
And there's existing fence.
Follow that the arrow south. Yeah, there you go. Now right to the west. The white lines right there. Yeah, that would be a double swing gate that we would lock, or even possibly a slide gate. We'll figure out what application works best. You would physically lock it. And then there's a man gate that you could physically lock. What that would do is if that was locked during the day, kids can go out of the 8th grade hall to go to portable 1, the triple wide, always secured behind a fence, and they could come to and fro. Normally in the past, they went in front of the school, which you're open exposed. The other side is adding another gate and a short section of fence on the east wing over there, which is the 6th grade hall. And then a short section of fence. The double gates for the kitchen area are there. We're actually working on repairing them so that they function better. And then that white section there would attach to the side of the gym so that kids coming from shop class and everything are secured behind the fence. Again, those gates, that man gate would be open during when parents are dropping kids off, but then after school started, those will be locked and secure. The yellow area is another proposal that we could run a fence. There would be a double gate on the east side of the property where parents would come in to make the loop for the drop off. The fence would proceed across the front of the property there, go across where the buses exit. There would be another gate there, would be just a manual lock, whether it's a swing gate or a slide gate. And then that would be a 6-foot fence that comes down there. Remove that 4-foot fence, would be a 6-foot fence, would come down. There would have to be a man gate by the crosswalk. With that application, we would have to have a buzzer. So if somebody pulled into that parking lot, they'd have to buzz themselves through that gate and then come up to the door and buzz themselves through somebody buzz them in through the door to the school. And then all the way up towards the school there, the end of that yellow, that's another double gate that would be there that, because buses come in. So after buses dropped off, then you would have to go out and physically lock that gate.
This one
That's,
here.
that's the two proposals for that building. The
Okay.
other buildings are pretty straightforward just because of the fencing that's already acquired on the property. So start up at the very top if you can. Yeah, so that right there will be, the fence will come across from that current 6-foot fence. Right there, that will be a motorized gate. Whether it's most likely it's gonna be a swing open gate because of the contour of the terrain. A slide gate is too much excavation with the current water pipes and all that stuff that we have in the ground. But it'll be approximately 150 to 180 feet from the main driveway, so that when food service trucks and tractor trailers come in, they can pull in there, ring the gate without blocking the main ingress and egress of the school property. That will be one that has a keypad. I'll work with Justin. It'll be a keypad or a slide card that only certain people have, coaches, teachers, etc. And then they gain access to that. That gate will be secured all day long. If somebody needed to come and go, it would be staff or in the back parking lot or teachers or whatever. So that would be a huge, and then that would come all the way across and attach to the side of the building. So when students exit that side of the school to go to the portables, they're secured behind the fence.
Gotcha.
With the fence that we have around the rest of the property, that pretty much secures that around there, coming down to this, to where the arrow is there. That right there is where we have that swing open, that flip up and down arm gate. That will be replaced with a motorized slide gate. And the reason I point out that these ones are motorized, because these are ones that school bus drivers have to come in and go from. The back one, the top one is a motorized gate, and that one there will be a motorized gate. They're quite a bit more expensive, but that's what we happen to have in those applications for school buses. And then that fence will run down to the corner. From there north, it'll go to the school. There will be to the ball field fence. So that secures the high school campus. There's a man gate there that we'll have to lock after school starts. The motorized gate will have a key card. Then right there will be a double gate set up that the reason for that is for maintenance to access the back property. So that'll just be a regular manual, open the gate, have a padlock on it like the other ones we have on the property. And then that fence will proceed south right to and connect to the current fence that's around RPS. So from that maintenance gate south, we're calling that the GMES part, because between RPS and GMES, there's a barricade gate there, but that will also be a swing open chain link, 6-foot chain link fence. We just finished the 6-foot chain link. We took out the 4-foot and fixed the 6-foot, put a 6-foot in from RPS from that driveway down. So that'll make that a solid 6-foot fence all the way across there. And then the only other part there will be going to the west side of the Grand Mound. There's a little white spot. Yeah, right there will be a double gate there. So that would connect to the current 6-foot chain link fence, and it pretty much secures the campus. There is the option of, instead of putting that gate there, moving it all the way up by what's called the boiler and the compressor room, closer to James Road, right there. But the difference with doing that is then if Head Start needs to come and go, I don't know exactly what their hours are, they have to go around our schedule. It secures our building better, and the it's a cleaner look, but I don't, like during the summer or whatever, I don't know what their hours are, but if they're there till 4:30 or 5:30 and our people lock the gate at 3:30, there's gonna be a challenge. So there's the opportunity to have that gate unlocked, and so we just put it back so then they could come and go. There's still chain link fence all along there, so it's secured. It's just a matter of there versus up back there. You know, they've had a couple break-ins lately. A fence up front would have helped that, but
Who's had the break-ins?
Head Start, they just got, they've had their Cadillac converters cut off their buses 4 months ago, and they just got hit again the other day, I guess.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Could they card key that gate? Would it give them access to?
Well, that's something we'd have to see. If,
Yeah.
you know, if you make it a motorized gate and you card key and all that, but then it's expensive.
Right.
It's a ballpark. It's right around $10,000 per motorized gate.
Really?
Right.
Yeah, versus having somebody go put a padlock on it and take it on and off.
It-
There's applications there's 2 of them that we have to have. There's no other way around that. I mean, you can't have school bus drivers getting out of a school bus and unlocking a padlock.
What, Thomas knows this, I'm sure, but what happens if there's a fire in the evening? Do the fire department,
Yeah.
they have keys to everything or they have
Yeah,
remotes?
they do. We have lock boxes, fire department boxes, and like that too, we would give them a key code for anything like that, you know.
You would.
And yeah,
Yeah.
just so that they had access at any time. And that just stops them from getting to like the back side of the school. They still can gain access to the front side, anything like that. But yeah, we would have a code, whether we put one of those cards in the box or just, we probably more likely physically give them a card that here's what it is. Justin, we work with Justin Black to set that up. So the benefit of the card is because then when a teacher leaves or staff or whatever it is, you just null and void that card and there it is. If you have a code, somebody passes that code along, you know, you just lost your security. I've got the challenge with getting these. I've had one fence company come out right away. I've got another one scheduled for first thing tomorrow morning. I have another one that's scheduled as far out as July 23rd. And I've got 2 others that I'm still trying to get responses back. I've actually had companies that said, no, we just don't care to do it. We're too busy. So it's just a huge challenge, you know.
As we get bids back and looking at expenses, I'm going back to the middle school. Am I correctly, we prioritize the white lines?
The white, no doubt, is gonna be the cheapest way to secure the property. The yellow is gonna be, I'm having to quote both, quote the white, because that secures the campus the same as the high school, the middle school,
Yeah.
RPS and the GMS. That there is just another addition because there is some concern that people like to be able to have the kids run around the campus.
That's
We
right.
can't do that if we cut off the sides, so.
And I think there's a couple doors.
Yeah, and
Right?
there's drawers on either side of the gym, there's locker room doors, there's stuff like that. It's just a matter of how diligent are we about keeping the door shut, or do we put that fence and have a gate? The cost expended with that is another, not motorized gates, but you have to have electronic lock, you know, have some kind of electronic gate there that you could unlock the same as the camera at the door. So you'd have double security there at the front.
Right, yeah, and it reminded me of the
Yeah.
PE class of kids are walking around or running around the school there out front, so.
But we're worried about putting this up and spending all the money and then this gate not being locked and utilized.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's been a bit of time. We've done it multiple times. It's been a bit of time since the board went and walked the
Oh,
grounds.
Mhm.
When we're talking, you're doing a good job, but I can sort of get it. I'm gonna get it a lot better if I'm actually out there on the grounds and realize what a 6-foot fence in front of the middle school looks like.
Right,
things like
right,
that. So,
right.
would it be possible? Should we do it?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe Jen with your,
It's been really helpful for me, I'll tell you.
Well, yeah, it is, because and I'm that kind of a person. I've got to see it, touch it,
Right.
feel it, or I just get it twice as fast if I,
yeah,
yeah, by all means. I mean, whether people want to come in a group or one at a time and jump on a gator and go and see exactly what it is, because then you get to see exactly what we're looking at,
yeah,
And all these places like where I selected where to put these motorized gates, it's like the one in front of the maintenance shop. Because there's already power there for that gate. So we don't have to draw service all the way from a building. The one for the high school, there's already power at the billboard sign that we should be able to draw power from.
Okay.
So,
Gotcha.
For myself, I tend to like to go in groups because we can kind of feed off each other.
Yeah.
But I know summer's hard, so
Let me see what we can do, whether it's attached to our next meeting of some sort, because then we're already planning for the
Right.
evening anyway, or if it's a different time, but I'll make something happen.
I mean, I'm one person. I'll go in the gator, but if other people want to do it.
No, I agree. And I think
Yeah.
seeing it
Yeah,
personally makes sense. Yeah.
yeah, you get a much better feel for, here's what we're gonna accomplish with this, you
Yeah.
know?
Well, plus you guys have done a lot since we walked. I mean, there's probably other stuff I'll notice that's been done.
Well, and I think we can also look at where the video cameras will go as well, so you get a little better idea about that as
Yeah.
well.
And there'll no doubt be more additional cameras with, now that we have certain areas where, you know, you're directing the flow of traffic, so there will be that.
Any other questions for Ed tonight? Ed, when did you think we might start to be able to get some prices back?
Well, the one, I hope to have, I told him the sooner the better, so I hope to have. I would hope to get some kind of numbers from him within the week, a week and a half, 10 days, I'm hoping. He's actually was gonna put a video picture together as well, so, and this is what it will do. They were real excited about it, they're a younger company. They do full-on motorized gates, all that stuff. I talked to Southgate Fence the other day, and they're like, we can put the gates in, but we don't do anything to do with motorizing or any of that stuff. I'm just like, wow, you're like one of the biggest, oldest companies around here, but it's people are kind of pick and choosing what they want and what they can do or what they're gonna spend the time on, so. Yeah, it's not just pick up the phone and somebody come give us a gate, it's so totally different. And then we're not even to that whether they have the supplies and get the supplies and all that stuff yet. It's-
Right.
I've been at this for almost, 4 weeks now? I mean, it's just 3.5 weeks, and I've got one fence company out so far.
They got plenty of work going on.
Yeah, they do, yeah.
Yep. So just to kind of wrap this section up, if you have any other questions, we can certainly answer them as well, but there were a few other facilities projects that we were hoping we were actually going to be approving tonight or looking at, and they are coming back. The price is just very high, and so we're going back to the drawing board to figure out what we can do. One of them is, I think I talked to Grant, and I know I talked to Thomas about it, is the entrance to the back of the district office, and we're gonna look at some other options right now. So you will be hearing more about it, but
Some of the others are PMs, you know, preventive maintenance stuff that we can just schedule whenever.
yeah, roof cleaning. So,
It's a little, come back a little disturbing about the place getting hit again. Rob, is there other, has that happened in other parts of the,
It's happening everywhere. Napa just got.
no, I mean, on school campus?
We haven't, since the Cadillac converters, we've had, and that was when, well, they've gotten hit 3 times now.
That corner over there, that,
Yeah, they've gotten hit 3 times. They've gotten, it was like 4 or 5 months ago, then they got hit like 2 months ago. And the same people that hit that came over and walked all around the maintenance shop for like 30 minutes, but they couldn't get past the fences. We had cameras on them, they couldn't get past them. Since then, I put up motion detectors that alert me if somebody's there, and blue lights flash, and so they hang out after that, they're kind of crazy. But anyways, they left, and then they just got hit again last week, I guess.
Okay.
any other questions for tonight?
That's good. Thomas, any questions? Sorry, I just want to make sure.
No, I don't have any. None whatsoever.
Thank you. Okay, well, that concludes our old business and brings us to another opportunity for public input for items that may have not been on the agenda. So again, those online, put your name, email, and chat. We'll call on you in that order. Nobody signed up in the room. So we'll give it about 30 seconds.
I don't see anybody on chat.
Okay, it's enough awkward silence. We will officially adjourn.